Neil Combee is a devoted Floridian. His life's mission is spent in service to the people in his home state as well as its animals.
I'm currently a state representative for District 39, one of 120 members of the Florida House. My day job is a rancher. We've got about 800 acres and a couple of hundred head of cows, and we have to take care of them and maintain the fence when I'm not in Tallahassee, on the chamber, on the floor, and having fun there.
As a Central Florida native, it's no surprise he's dedicated his time to those he serves.
Grew up here in Polk County and have lived my entire life here. For years I served as a member of the County Commission in Polk County and then was out of politics for a while, although I served as a volunteer with the Southwest Florida Water Management District Governing Board for about almost 8 years and then ran for the House. But I've always, when I'm not doing the political stuff, I'm kind of working with my hands and need a back to do that with.
An accident 30 years ago left Neil with pain in his hips and nerve pain that traveled down his legs. He underwent open back surgery to find relief, but years later, the pain returned. I
was involved in a pretty bad accident in, I think it was 1986, it could have been 85, 86 in there, and I ruptured a disc in the accident. I had open back surgery, and that was great for a number of years. The last several years, it got to the point where I was having problems again. So much that trying to drive to Tallahassee, I could drive about maximum 45 minutes, and I'd have to stop, get out, stand up, walk around.
After hearing about the Bonati Spine Institute, he scheduled a consultation.
My pain was pretty much positional, I think is what they told me at Bonati. But I'd seen the commercials and had listened to, and so I did a little research on Bonati, went over, and they said, yeah, we think we can help you. And the good news this time is it was not open back surgery. They scheduled an MRI, then came back over, and immediately, it seems like maybe the next day, looked at the MRI with the doctors, and they pointed out where the problems were, and then I think it was the next day we scheduled surgery. If I did not know any better, I would have believed I was in the finest hospital in the land, because everything had the appearance, the operating room, the waiting rooms, it all just looked exactly like every other hospital I've been in, if not better. So it was a good experience. The staff was great. They just treated me exceptionally well, and I was delighted with the experience I had there.
Neil had one procedure in July 2015 with Bonati neurosurgeon Dr. John Grossmith.
Dr. Grossmith did a great job for me. I enjoyed my time with him, although it was short. He was patient with me and went over the MRI and was explaining what he saw and what he recommended, and I thought that he had the experience and the knowledge necessary to do the work, and I really didn't care. All I wanted was relief, and he seemed like the guy to do it at the time, and it worked out good.
Since his procedure, Neil no longer worries about his road trips or his responsibilities on the ranch. I
can get in the car and drive 250 miles without stopping, whereas before I'd stop several times and just couldn't take it any longer. The pain was so bad, and I just don't have that anymore, and I'm eternally grateful for the work that they did there. I can probably hold my own with the best of them now that I've had that procedure. Really not a lot of limitations at this time.
He also doesn't hesitate to recommend the patented Bonati spine procedures to others who may be searching for pain relief.
If somebody has a problem, I will tell them about my experience, and I'm sure everybody's different, but mine was wonderful. Dr. Grossmith performed the surgery on me, and it was back in the summer, late summer, I think August of 2015. And a few days later, I got on a jet and went to San Diego and had a great time and got around well just a few days later. It was good enough that I could go there and make it back without any problem. I look back to the original surgery, and my mom and dad, they were extremely concerned, more so than anyone else it seems like, that something bad could happen, that there could be some kind of damage and maybe you won't walk again, or maybe your bladder function or something bad could happen. But at that time, especially in '86 and then again in 2015, I needed relief. I didn't think that there was a lot of concern, at least on my part, that anything bad would happen. I assumed that it would all be good, and as far as I can tell, it was.